Ngiyangibona ngivele kahle. Ngikho sikwenza mos. Sharp. I think I'm sharp. Am I? I don't know. Let me check. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Uandile Slim West Mwajana. And if you are new here, welcome. Clack it at the side. When we say clack it, we say subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, someone join the shabu. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, I almost said I thought I said welcome to a vlog. It is, as you can see by the title, 90-day challenge. Sana clock that immediately. So it is. I started a 90-day challenge that lasted for 4 months and 1 week. Yes. Yes, all. Muslim waist. Yes, it's Muslim waist. Size 24. I feel brand new. Not really size 24, but anyways. I started the channel. Let me calm down. First of all, I started the challenge March 2, which was a Monday, if I am correct. Yes. Let me tell you what the rules were. I'm trying to sit properly. Did I follow all the rules of 90-day? No. I had a list, a checklist, a 90-day checklist where I was like, check every single day, day by day. I wrote this like 90-day thingy. I'll actually screenshot it and put it somewhere on the screen. So I had 16 things on this list. Number 1 was to wake up at 5:30. Number 2 was routing 6. I got on my walk. So my goal was, I think I jumped because my feet. Number 2, go on my walks at 6 a.m. Workouts at 5 p.m. 3 to 4 times a week. Journal once a day. Have 1 cheat day per month. No junk. So obviously, like no junk besides the 1 cheat day a month. I don't know if I'm making sense. Drink 2 liters of water every day. 10k steps each day during the week. Rest on Saturdays. Sunday active rest day, 6,000 steps in the afternoon. Get at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Eating clean. Sitting in silence for a good 5 minutes. Limit my screen time. Spend more time in the library and less in your room. And dinner at 6. Latest 6:30. So waking up at 5:30. It was because I wanted to get my steps in. It was 6 a.m. right? And that's because the reason I got early is because I'm so moved over so obviously alarm would go off at 5:30. It's not 5:30, but then I need to call 5:30. Me snooze me dismiss and then call 5:30 and then call 5 and then quarter to 6 and then quarter to 6 so that obviously I can wake up, make my bed, change into my workout clothes, go brush my teeth. Sorry, 6 a.m. I did get my steps in, and I wasn't walking alone. I was walking with my friends, Uzama, Uthembelihle, Nosiba. Zama left us along the way. Zama, come on, babe, come on. But anyways, I think also having them really helped with waking up and getting my steps in. Must 6 a.m. Because there were days where I was like, I do not want to do this. I do not want to do this. Sasa extend I can walk. And then told Tembelihle obviously, but Chomi uvugile. I'm like, oh, Father God, help me, please. Oh, please, I beg. Oh my goodness, I feel like I'm dying. But then after the walk, I would really feel good, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I would feel like hot girl walk in the morning. Also, I think I like walks in the morning because number one, the air is fresh, the air is crisp. Maqeda uthole imoto intuthu uthole oyi-1 ubhema cigarettes. I'm like, guys, just let your lungs feel the fresh air, okay? Ish, I am eating. Hold on. And being teen. Lungs, yes, benguma lungs. The fresh air. Your lungs need fresh air. Yeah, but love the 6 a.m. walks. So yeah, we would do the walks. And then so wait. Why am I coming down? So out of the whole 16 things, the first 2 weeks, actually the first whole month, Yaga March, I did everything, né? And then I came back home for recess. I wasn't waking up at 6 a.m. first of all for walk. I was waking up at 10 to 7. You're working on 7. Working out, journaling, never done that. One cheat day per month, I stood on business. I stood on business. Like I had my 1 day cheat day per month. No junk. Not gonna lie, Maziti end of May, beginning of June, I'm not been neglecting Amaqueen. Not that Amaqueen I see junk, no. But like I'll also go on to tell you with being glad, yeah. But like I wanted to eat clean, yeah, most of the time. 10K steps a day, Shem. I did that. It was just 1 day where I got like 9,000 something. I would look at it, 9,000 steps. On that day, I was really having the worst day of my, not the worst day. It was part of the worst days that I have in my entire life this year. Every day this year, I'm having like the baddest, worst, horrible day. Anyways, Saturday rest day, obviously, so resting. My Sunday active rest day of 6,000 steps lasted for maybe a good 3 to 4 Sundays. After that, I was like, I'm good. 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Base 7 until I started sitting the semester and I started writing my exam. Exactly. Eating clean, I did. Sitting in silence for 5 minutes, I did that maybe 3-4 times. Cut that off. Limit my screen time, I did that for a good 2 weeks. And then cut that off. Spend more time in the library and less in your room. Yo, this depend, maybe depend, Hashem. But I did do good, Shem, I can't lie. And then dinner at 6, later that was 6:30. You're not really not gonna start on business. So, being Dani, mostly it was I'm a potato. So something I'll also just show you. Also, I captured everything, or I was updating about Finsta. So that's where actually people on my Finsta knew what I was doing. So also every single day being social day 1 of 90 days done, and then with my steps count in. Morning Bafazi, I am taking you guys with to my morning walks today, and the sun is so pretty. It's currently 21 minutes past 6. So people on my first day knew being meal prepper also, which really helped. So they knew what I was eating this week. Being a basho every single day, being a bonus every single day. I mean, every single Sunday. Some Sundays been caught up, but being babonisa with being glad. So mostly it was potatoes. Mostly it was roasted potatoes. It was chicken, lamb. Mostly chicken and lamb. Clearly tamati bacon. This was like for dinner, lunch. I really don't eat lunch that much, so I wouldn't say it was lunch, but mostly it was for dinner. Macaroni also. I made a macaroni salad this other time. Maka izinto engizikhatha off bengizosho ipapa zaningilidle into nje ukuthi upapa zangiyidli because number one ngiyazazi minjani mina makhona ipapa mina ngiyalifaka-ke ngiyalifaka-ke ipapa ngidlala i-rice. I think I started incorporating a rice in April, yes. And then amagwinya bengawadli because obviously anamafutha yabo, so into enamafutha, into rich bengayidli that much yabo. But now that I think of it, okay, for me it did help. But if someone wants to do a challenge, a 90-day challenge, you don't need to actually cut out all of those things. You can do a calorie deficit. I did a calorie deficit, not entirely. Oh, the screenshots illa. I will put on the screen what a calorie deficit is. But also a calorie deficit, what I learned is 80% whole foods, 20% whatever you want to eat. But the main purpose of it is to minimize your food portions. Yeah, well. So that's what I did. Yeah, well, yes, obviously I cut out some of the things, which now when I look at it, I'm like, I really didn't need to cut out amagwinya. I didn't really need to cut out ipapa, rice. That was it actually that I cut out. Itini is biliso, oats. I had oats mostly for breakfast. I still had muesli, I still had Amari-Bix, I still had Amaras. So yeah, also I was like on a calorie deficit, if you could say. So out of the whole things, to be quite honest, 10k steps in and a calorie deficit, I think will help you. You don't need to cut out izinto, you don't need to add i-what. Obviously, nyazi kukhona i-protein, kukhona i-fiber. Kuningi ngithi ngiyafunda ku-protein yini, fiber yini. At this point, but I'm just minimizing the food portions. I understand. And yeah, minimizing the food portions. Oh, also, our chips being our tiny. Is it the sweet thing as tiny? Because also I also just want to add that the whole 90-day challenge also helped me to stay disciplined, because I was very disciplined in making sure that I get my 10k steps in. I was disciplined in minimizing my food portions, going on my 6 a.m. walk. So I just also want to add that the 90-day challenge did play also like kind of a huge role in, I don't know how to put a child, but what I'm doing right now, like discipline, like I'm very disciplined to think like in Donyas was okay, mangsuti, because there are times where, you know, obviously I eat and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, but it's all in the mind. Well, and then I don't try to ngisabenza angihambi ngiyophaka futhi, because sometimes I would think so I would say yeah, the 90-day challenge did help in helping me to become more disciplined and grounded. I'm not thinking to sense, but anyways, child. But as I said, shame guys, I think being a calorie deficit with my 10k steps, eating at 6 p.m, waking up at 6 a.m, well, 5:30, and one cheat day a month, which I don't think it's a bad thing, but yeah. So if you want to do it, I would say 10k steps, calorie deficit, guys. 80% whole foods, 20% whatever you want to eat. Do I know what whole foods is? Not really, Sana. But yeah, that's what I did. And then going to steps 1, the lowest step count that I had was much. The lowest step count that I had in the whole 90-day was on day 19, which was the 26th of March. My lowest step count was 9,741, right? And then my highest, you can't tell me nothing. My highest step count was on the 22nd of April. Yes, it was a Wednesday. And my steps were high because on that morning, a friend of mine, Portia Begas, also graduated, right? So obviously I woke up in the morning, went to go take my 6K steps in, right? And then also on the day, I had my first photo shoot booking, guys. Someone booked me for a photo shoot. Booked me for a photo shoot. Adding that to my portfolio. Like, absolutely, yes. So, I remember it was a Wednesday. Did I have class? Yes, I did have classes. Did I? Hold on. I did. Did I go to class is the question. Yes, I did, guys. No. I did. So it was a Wednesday. Yes. It was a Wednesday. So I got my 6K steps in. I had a class at 9 a.m. And then I think her photo shoot was at 1 p.m. Yes. Her photo shoot was at 1 p.m. So I had a class at 9. Went to class, came back, and then Uposha wafika. I think Uposha ufike around 12. Yabo. So ngaphuma ngayomlanda Uposha saya eGlesiam, and then she wanted to go to a Bedouin Center. So sawalka sayi Bedouin Center. From Bedouin Center saphinde sabuya. Bedouin Center is like a 15 to 20-minute walk, right? Saphinde sabuya. And then I had to go to campus to go shoot Ubuntle. After that, I had to come back, take my things, go to class, only to find out that the class aliko. And then I came back to rest. And then after that, in Tambama, after that, I came back to Rumini. And then I went back to campus. So I think we graduated and no Candace. Yes, no Candace, no one. And then went to campus, right? I also had to take photos of Candace and Oam because I'm part of the social media team at Churches Dozen, right? Saya, Sapine Sabuye Resi, and then Mama Sahama Sakapa Unako, and then went back to campus. Because I still needed to get a proper picture of Uowani. Right? So my step count for that day was 27,880 steps. Thank you very much. So that was my highest step count, and that was day 38. Would I do it again? I would actually. I would do the 90-day challenge again. However, I'm not gonna cut out junk. Like, I'm gonna eat try Yabo. 80% whole foods, 20% whatever what I want to eat. But to be quite honest, one thing I noticed, you just need to minimize your food portions and get your steps in because you need to move your body at least. You don't need to work out. 5 p.m. workout. I stopped doing it like mid-August. I mean mid-April. And then I had mid-April and I was like, no. Because now I told it class repella more 4 or 4:30. We am cutting. Like I wanna get a nap in. And if I get a nap in, I work out for like 5 minutes. But that 5-minute counts. Okay? Yeah, but I live 5 minutes every years. But like honestly, if someone were to ask me what they should do in order to lose weight, just get your steps in, even if it's not 10K steps, guys. Even if it's 5,000 steps or 6,000 steps in, get your steps in and minimize your food portions. That will help. But also have a cut off your gudla ebusuku. Because if uzodla matlot yolala, come on, like food needs to actually settle. But also, mina leyo ukuthi ngidla ngo-6 akusinto engiyiqale manje because of the 90-day. It's something dala siyenza la ekhaya ke ukuthi kuphekwa early ngo-6 later 7 sesiyadla yabo. So I would also say don't eat udle wena uqopheka wena ngo-6 7 udle ngo-9 ngo-10 yolala, guys. Come on. Also, I'm strict with my bedtime. Hey, mina ngo-10 ngiyalala. One thing about me, I do not play when it comes to my sleep. Ngizolala. mina ngo-10 ngiyalala angidlali angidle lapho especially ngikhathele nango-8 ngiyalala ngosuku ngithini ngiyenzani next. But yeah, I would say if you should want to like lose weight or whatever, get your steps in, even if it's 5,000, 6,000 steps in, minimize the food portions. That's all. Shem. You don't need to go to a good diet. Do an intermittent, whatever the word is, fasting. Like you don't also fast to lose the weight. For me, I'm kind of like so yeah, do that. Anyways, I'm starting another one because I'm going insane. I'm starting another challenge, 2nd week of August, but also I'm doing it with a friend because a friend was like, she wants to do it. I was like, gotcha, babe. But we are obviously going to do it like different. Like, she can eat whatever she eats. I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. We're going to do a calorie deficit and getting our steps in. Utena, she wants 10k steps in, so getting our 10k steps in a day. Yeah, well. And then later workout. Honestly, I am going to start working out because I want to start building muscle, you know. Yeah, so obviously I'm going to start working out also like 3 to 4 times a week. I'm not going to be too strict about it. I'm not going to be a gym freak also. So yeah, but I would do it again. I think I'm going to do it again next year. I think every year in March I'm going to do a 90-day challenge that takes 4 months and 1 week. And the reason it took that long is because that 90-day applied for the 5 days of the week. Saturday and Sunday it did not apply. Right? For me, Saturday and Sunday it really did not apply. But like I made sure Monday to Friday 10k steps in during the week, I understand. So I did that. Yeah, well, so that's why it took 4 months and 1 week. Yes, I will still do that again next year if I decide to do the 90-day challenge. It's also 4 months and 1 week, because I'm not gonna wake up like on a Saturday and a Sunday and extend get my 10k steps in. No, but obviously I'm gonna do it different. But I think whenever I do a challenge, but also I think it's going to be a challenge because when it's a challenge, I have to wake up to get my steps in. Yeah. But if it's not a challenge, like kungadlula le viki mhlambe nginganandaba about my 10k steps in, and then mhlambe kule viki I just get my 10k steps in on Tuesday and Thursdays. Yeah, well, intentional. But when it's a challenge, obviously then Monday to Friday I have to get like my 10k steps in during the week. Yes. But I think when I do a challenge, it's gonna be my 10k steps in with calorie deficits and working out. Those 3 things. The others I'm cutting it off. Besides my 8 hours of sleeps a day. And obviously eating before 6:30. But I'm gonna have a makunya. Kizobuya to Puto, Kisoyi Papa. And I'm gonna have my desserts when I go out to eat every single time. But yeah, that's my 10k my 90-day challenge thingy. I really don't have even questions from people because like I just had it on my Finsta, and on my Finsta, okay, minus me, it's 17 people. But that's about it. But if you have any questions, let me know. And if you want me to do a Q&A on a challenge, well, a 90-day challenge or anything, no, actually, never mind. I was about to say anything fitness related. Please, I beg. No. In terms of fitness, I'm not one to give advice. But I'll show you guys my before and after pictures. Day 1, day 90. Oh, but it was somewhere in May. Oh, my body was tea on that day. So my body was tea on that day. And that's with day Bali. Oh, but my body was tea on that day. And also, I'm also going to show you, I think it was day 45. I was on my period. Oh, day 40, yes. It was the difference between day 40 and day 45. Yes, it was day 40 and day 45. There was a major difference because when I was on my period, I was bloated. And then on day 40, I wasn't on my period. Being I got on my period. So it was, yeah, well. But yeah, man, that's the 90-day challenge. And maybe Nandi can't lie. We'll definitely do it again. I'm doing a 30-day challenge though. And then, yeah. And the small wasting water and signing out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Saying hi, but don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sigo 455 subscribers. I'm not gonna say 500 subscribers by the end of this month, but hopefully by the end of April, by the end of August, hopefully 500 subscribers. But to be quite honest, like I had a vision. Let's even not talk about that. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye. Bye.